So what this IQ test from Ashkenazis are smarter than other people. Ashkenazi Jews, number one, are from different cultures and societies anyways. So it's not standardized to begin with. You can't even say that. You can't, say that Japanese people are smarter because they produce more.
Let me give you this information. It's important information. Who has created the transistor? The transistor is the main thing that radio, computers.
Is he talking about Chinese now? Is he talking about Chinese?
Who invented the transistor?
Yeah, the transistor. Who got the Nobel Prize for?
Why don't you tell us? We don't know.
Yeah. There is two guys working for Bell Labs in 1947, John Bardeen and Walter Bratian, or whatever, are physicists, okay? But who created before that? The guy called Muhammad Atallah, an Egyptian-American engineer and physicist who made groundbreaking contributions to semiconductors technology, a foundation of modern transistors. Key factor that Dr. Atallah, 1924 to 2009. What happened? He got this basic of the transistors. Then after that, those guys, they got the Nobel Prize. And he's America. You got the point here? You don't see Muslims famous getting this kind of prize unless there is somebody agreed to give him this fucking prize, even if he's signed.
Where is this Muslim guy? What happened to his career? I'm really curious. I love this story. Where is he?
Yeah, this is from Deep Seek. If you ask.
Like his originality, probably based on the name, is one of the Arab countries somewhere in Middle East.
I think he's an Egyptian.
Why? So now, question: why he didn't get any position, anything in government?
Wait. Do you have a problem with Arabs or Muslims?
Yes. Why scientists don't get position?
What's the problem?
He's Egyptian. He's Muslim.
Wait. Let me just speak.
His name is Muhammad. And he created the fucking phone you are talking from.
So why Egyptian government didn't give him any position?
Because Israeli government killing all the Egyptian scientists. Do you get
so
that?
He was killed? He was killed?
Wait.
You know who, just a minute. Who destroyed the Egyptian scientists and the future?
No, I didn't get he was.
You don't even have to. You don't even have to go that far. Just go to Iraq invasion. Admittedly, and even the CIA.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
The Israeli went to Iraq.
They kill Iraqi scientists. They kill Syrian scientists. They kill.
Let's hear Prince was speaking. Let him land.
No, that's the point. I mean, it's well-established fact that the Mossad went into Iraq and assassinated hundreds of Iraqi scientists.
Yep. Yeah, it's a common practice, standardized.
And when the Egyptians were building a nuclear facility in Egypt, they did the exact same thing.
But my point is this: the governments, like for example, in Taiwan.
Okay, can I speak now? Thank you.
Yeah, until today, they are following all the scientists, the Arabian Muslim scientists, and the
your message do you have a problem with Muslims?
I have a problem with Muslim government. They don't like people who are educated.
I'm asking you a question. Do you have a problem with Islam?
With governments of Islamic countries. They don't.
Are you Iranian? This guy does not sound German. He sounds.
He is Iranian.
No, they don't put people who are educated in power.
Do you have a problem with Americans?
From Taiwan.
Let me say something.
You don't
He's from Taiwan.
Yeah, you are.
I say I live in Taiwan. I just keep on to tell you their success story.
Yeah.
I want to tell you their success story so we can learn and Muslim how they become this successful.
Are you Muslim?
They have it. Yeah, I'm.
Are you Muslim?
Yes, I have a. I just want to tell you how these people become
If
so
you're Muslim, say the Shahada.
No, he's not Muslim.
Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, ashhadu anna Aliyan waliyullah. How do you want to go?
Yeah,
Why you don't love Muslims then?
Muslim
Well, I
government.
mean, let's hear what he has to say.
Government.
Let him land.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Muslim government. Fuck Muslim governments. I don't
Exactly, fuck them. That's my problem. In Taiwan, they had one
Oh, no,
scientist.
I feel like you've been messing with some men.
Wait, they have one
That's
scientist.
not right. He just said the Shahada. Go ahead.
They have one scientist. He was in like TI. One scientist. They brought him back in 70s. They gave him everything they could. They forced people of Taiwan to give their money to him to make TSMC. Right now, TSMC is the only semiconductor manufacturer in the world. In Islamic countries, governments see a scientist, they just want to abuse it. They want to take as much as they can from him and just throw him away. That's the attitude of Islamic governments. That is what I'm saying is the problem.
I think that is changing now, though. I mean, that has been an issue. It still is, but I think it is changing. And in the West Bank, Palestinians built the first VLS laboratory in Rawabi, in the West Bank, and that's being done under occupation. So they are looking to build these semiconductor. Amir, can you mute Prince? I think he has us in his pocket. The Palestinians are, in the next year or two, looking to build an actual semiconductor factory or manufacturing plant in the West Bank, which is a huge achievement for any country, especially for people that don't even have a country and are living under occupation. So I think we have learned from Taiwan and from Asian nations. Ironically, the West hasn't learned from the Asian nations because we don't, when it comes to manufacturing here in the U.S., we don't know how to manufacture 99% of the goods that we use ourselves. Even if you give money, if we give money to the U.S., we still wouldn't be able to build manufacturing plants, or we could build them, but we wouldn't know how to run them. So I think, people are learning from Taiwan and China, South Korea and Japan, Thailand, Vietnam even.
The challenge of the West is that it's forgetting. Like right now, this Trump, like look at his cabinet. It just all of them are jokes. None of them are educated. This is the only cabinet in the history that everybody knows the name of their members, because they're just like a bunch of clowns. It was not
agree
like
with
this.
that. I definitely agree with that.
It was not like this. In the West, they used to value education. It's
I
a
think
very
it started
key
going
thing.
down in the 70s, to be honest with you.
It's with the TVs. It became with the TVs, then Reagan, and then Bush, and then Clinton. Whoever has the whiter teeth, whoever, I don't know, these here.
Well, Trump wants to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. The problem is manufacturing is a science. It's a very advanced, very intricate science that depends on multiple systems to be engineered and work together. And that's the principle he's not understanding. You can't just set up manufacturing plants in the U.S. if you don't know how to manufacture. And for you to have
do you think the U.S. would fail at manufacturing things?
Yes, because you need experience.
So the past 100 years, about 90% of the technology is at your fingertips, and everything you use came from the U.S. and from research at the university in the U.S.
Research and manufacturing are two different things. Manufacturing, you need experience. You need experienced.
Aren't American companies set up shop in those other countries for tax purposes and cheap labor and so on and so forth?
They don't run the company. They don't. They're not the ones in charge. Of
I don't see America would fail at manufacturing or coming up with
any country would fail at manufacturing if you don't have
ways to manufacture things. I don't see that. I just don't see it.
Jindib, show me where America has experience.
Alaikum assalam.
Where America has experience in terms of innovation, industry, and technology.
No. You're mixing up two different things. Manufacturing, and then there's research and development or innovation. Innovation is one thing. We have innovation.
Okay.
But when it comes to manufacturing,
so if they're the ones who come up with the idea of new innovations, you think they're going to fail at manufacturing it?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why would
I'll tell you. Manufacturing is a whole different science. You could come up with the innovation, but the innovation, coming up with let's say a new technology, a new type of product, that doesn't mean that you know how to manufacture it. Now you have to take.
If it's your own invention, your own product,
yes,
your own prototype, how to manufacture it?
Edward, can I respond to Jindib?
Oh, go ahead. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, Jindib, it works like this. Edward is right. Researching and inventing something is totally different from manufacturing. I'll try to grab a video of Tim Cook speaking about it, okay? What he says is that, Trump has been pushing Tim Cook personally to bring back Apple manufacturing to the US. And what Tim Cook said was, if we have to bring back even 10% of what we manufacture in China, it will take me 3 years and $30 million.
Okay.
And even after that, let me complete. Even after
it takes
that,
time and money. He didn't say that we can't do it.
No. And he told the reason. And even then, even for the 10% of that manufacturing to be moved to the US, I am not sure if we will succeed because we don't have the skill levels that are required to manufacture what we do in China.
Okay.
And he gave a very good example of one particular manufacturing tool, manufacturing skill. He said I think it's called soldering. He said there's a typical type of soldering that we do for our phones, for manufacturing our phones. In the US, if I had to search for one skilled solder, then I will probably find 10 all over the country. Whereas in China, within the region where we have the factory, within a day I will be able to find 1,000 solders.
Right. So
he said it's going to take a lot of time skilling those products. Let me give you one more quick example. This shoe company called New Balance, okay? They if you look at their products, they will proudly announce, even Skechers, for example. Skechers and New Balance are the only two shoe companies in the world, sports shoe factories in the US companies, which manufacture in the US. But if you really look at what is the percentage of the total production that they do in the US, you will be surprised to know that it's less than 5%. So they say that, number one, we don't have the skilled employees that we need to manufacture more in the US, number one. Number two, of course, is the cost. They say if we had to manufacture everything in the US, then we will end up, we'll have to increase our cost by 3 to 4 times the price of the shoe that we are selling at today. So these are the two reasons. So there is room. Maybe if the US starts today, in the next after 10 years, after a decade, they will probably be able to manufacture 10% of what they're manufacturing today overseas.
Okay, so it's not a lack of it's just a lack of skills. Maybe not enough money is invested in developing those skills. Maybe the labor pool is expensive. Maybe the tax system is shitty.
And experience. You need to have the experience of running a plant.
Again, all it needs is time and investment and money. It does not.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's not possible.
Right. It does not mean that America does not have the infrastructure to not be able to manufacture anything.
Infrastructure now, though.
Hold on, can I? No, I agree with Jinden. That what they did was they took these skills out of public school education, right? They used to have welding. They used to have technology. they used to have like home economics where you could learn how to cook or learn how to sew, and even like once you got to high school, you even learn how to be a mechanic, right? And then also they took these technical schools out. They kept on pushing kids, especially in the middle 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, just go to four-year college instead of going to like one of these schools for plumbing or HVAC and stuff like that. So that's why we don't have these skilled workers, because they kept on telling young kids, don't go to these schools, go to a regular college, and you make this money. These kids don't know. There's no skills like that. All the skilled workers who knows how to do HVAC, who know how to do elevator.
Because there was a much cheaper alternative. Yes, I agree with you. There was a much cheaper alternative. Yes, I mean,
on top of that, they wanted kids to go to regular college so they can get a loan and make debts.
There is a really bigger factor here that you have to be very careful about. In Asia, people have loyalty. When they start in a job, they don't change job. In the West, there's no loyalty.
That's why you live in Asia. So stay in Asia.
No, I haven't found a job. The thing is that
so why the fuck are you telling me? You haven't found a job, and you're telling us people who work about why to do a job?
No, when you are in advanced manufacturing, you need a skill, and a skill you build over time.
So why don't you learn about
people in job all the time.
I want to tell him something important. Those countries, Arab countries and Muslim countries, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, they have even the best scientists in that region. They send them to get their education abroad. But after 1948, after this fucking country called Israel came to the region, they start to hunt those scientists. They go behind them in America, in United States, in England, and everywhere, and hunt them, kill them. If they haven't touched them, we could have nuclear power, we could have supersonic planes, everything. The countries who couldn't protect those scientists. Until now, even in Iran, they killed the scientists. In Iraqi scientists, they are motherfuckers. They kill
a lot of
Can I make a quick point? Because
they trash them. I'm totally with you. They trash them. They go them in the West. They find the Muslim scientists. They did this to me personally.
They trash personally.
Yeah, so we cannot blame. Cannot blame the governments. We have to blame the
hereditary. And you just speculate on him.
Excuse me?
Can you just let him speak? You guys just keep running over your mouth over him. And he's he coming from another perspective. Why aren't you open to another perspective?
Who?
Wayfan.
Wayfan is able to speak.
And I give him back his idea. I answer.
So, can I just bring this back to what I was saying, and just to make my point clear when it comes to manufacturing? As someone who has a degree in supply chain management, I cannot set up an assembly line. So it's not just the skilled workers here. To set up an assembly line, to design an assembly line to make a specific product, there are thousands of variables to go into making a product, even something simple. And so this is what we are missing here in the U.S. No matter how much money we bring in, we don't have the experienced manufacturing engineers, those that have actually worked in the field, because the field isn't here in the U.S. So we would have to import, not only do we need the money and the infrastructure to build the factories, but we would have to literally import the Chinese and the Taiwanese and the Vietnamese to be able to run the factories for the next 5 or 10 years to show us how to do it. That was my whole point.
Yeah, Edward, I want to add to that, and I also want to add, I gave two examples. Jindip, if you are listening, I gave two examples in the two extreme. One was high-tech iPhone manufacturing in China, why it's difficult to do it in the US. And the other one, on the other side of the technology, which is just basic sports shoe manufacturing. Both of them are impossible to be recreated in the US in the immediate future. Okay, so there's only one thing I appreciate Trump about, which is his push for manufacturing, but he's doing it in the wrong way. Okay, that's not the matter. I'll tell you where the US can actually focus and bring back manufacturing into the US. Take, for example, pharma companies. You need high skill level, high technology, high research, a good scientist for that. You don't need a lot of people to manufacture medicines, to manufacture antibiotics, for example. US pushed out all its pharma companies just for profit. They don't, they cost a bomb in the US now. You can't get medicine without insurance. That's the situation. That is in spite of these medicines being produced in third world countries. Why? Because the profit margins are so high, and in most of the times, like Jindip said, these medicines were invented by the US scientists or any of the Western scientists. They have discovered or invented them. Okay, but yet they end up paying so much to buy those medicines. That's because it's these people who are the people who own these companies in the US who make money out of it. It's the Wall Street that makes money out of it.
Do you know who they are?
Sorry?
Mostly who they are, who own those companies?
Zionist.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go into that. They are all big corporations who own into the company. Yes.
Zionist.
No, I don't want to.
Zionist.
No.
Zionist.
That's what I said. I don't want to.
Yeah, you have to say it.
Why
I don't want to divert.
We all know.
Triple one.
This is where we started like incongruency if we're not saying how it is.
Well, we all know this, though. I mean, why keep saying it all,
Edward, triple one. You don't understand.
He said they look for money, and that's it. There is no any manner or any kind of research or a deep research, something like that. It's just for money. And even they fake this fucking medicine.
Triple one. No, let me just conclude. Triple one. I believe the whole of America is controlled by Zionists. I don't have to say it again and again when I'm talking sub-subjects. You get my point?
Why?
So I don't have to say it.
No, it's because we understand. We all know. Like, we all know.
Yeah, but the thing that this is a problem, big problem.
No, but we
guys, you don't know me. Triple one, you don't know me. You haven't heard me enough on this app to make a judgment.
I understand, but
you don't understand.
But if you
listen to people,
you don't want to mention it, something like that.
No, it's because you know, if we keep saying it, we all know this, and then what happens is the conversation becomes a loop, and it just keeps looping back and forth. It just loops on itself instead of moving forward.
See, when I believe the whole of US is controlled by Zionists, and every institution, every bank, every large company is controlled by Zionists. And I don't have to repeat it. Everybody knows it, okay? But when I keep mentioning it again and again, somebody will come and say, oh, why are you dragging Jews? Because many people will equate that to mean Jews, okay? So I don't want to divert our conversation at this point in time is about manufacturing. Why US cannot manufacture in US? That's all it is.
Can I give a quick fun fact to Faiz? Actually, I think you'll find this interesting, Faiz, because I know India went to the moon. They had probes. They sent probes to the moon about 15 years ago now. So the US, landed on the moon. Apollo mission. The Apollo mission landed on the moon. Today, if we wanted to go to the moon and land on the moon, we would have to reinvent that technology because we lost that technology because because we lost the experience of how to make those engines for those rockets to be able to land on the moon. Because the engineers and the manufacturer work together, and and we're able to fix the issues in manufacturing, vibrations in the engines and the parts, in real time, and work together. And that knowledge they did not write down. They did not record it. Hold on, let me land. So they didn't record that knowledge. Because they didn't record it, they have the blueprints of the engines, but the blueprints do not represent the actual engines that were used. So they would have to literally go back and reinvent that technology and do testing and, research, development, testing, everything from the beginning, just to be able to go back to the moon again. So that's a parallel
Do
example.
you believe that they've been in the moon?
They what?
This is...
No, they never landed on the moon. It was just a mirage.
Yep, and the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
The Earth is flat.
Yeah, the Earth is flat. What else?
No.
They didn't land on the moon.
Oh my God. You believe that they've been in the moon? And that's why...
No, I don't.
No, we believe the Earth is flat.
I wanted to make sure they landed. I went to the moon, I checked, and there was no one there, and I came back.
Okay.
That's,
That
is a tentative answer right there.
Yeah, Elon Musk, he has the technology. Why he cannot go to the moon?
Elon Musk doesn't have the technology to go to the moon.
He keeps killing
He has.
people in his
He does not.
Why? He has the
killing
rockets.
people in his death. He's tried several times, and there's a lot of fucking death happening from there.
Well, but the rockets that he has are made to go into geosynchronous orbit around the Earth, not to the moon. He does not have the technology to go.
LGBT.
Hold on, because I thought you guys moved on. I did put it in ChatGPT, and they say they don't have all the. Was because we went past that. It says no, the United States government did not exactly lose the information or technology to go to the moon, but much of the original hardware, technical blueprint, and production know-how from the Apollo program 1960-70 were retired, dismantled, or archived after the last mission, Apollo 17 in 1972. So we just thinking about other things. It's not we can't go to the moon.
We can't go to the moon because the engineers are no longer alive that built those engines. We can't.
We can't go to the moon. We cannot.
NASA said this themselves. We cannot go to the moon. Not unless we reinvent. We have the blueprints, but we have to actually build those engines.
Why haven't we gone back to the moon until now? For decades, to focus it to low Earth orbit missions, like the space shuttle.
Okay, never mind, Wednesday. You don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, can I talk?
Yeah, we already know we didn't go to the moon.
No. There is something called Van Allen belt. Von, I will write it here. Von Allen.
I think I've had enough of your
No, mention the name, just come to the point, 111.
So did we or did we not go to the moon?
Belt. And put this
He says
name.
no.
I put it in the chat.
We went to the fucking moon, bro. Stop it. And if he starts saying the Earth is flat, I'm out.
Wrong.
I think it's probable we
Wait, Wednesday, you don't know the Earth is flat?
Oh my
The Earth is not flat.
It is Wednesday.
It's not flat.
Wednesday, look it up on GPT right now.
And in the Quran, it says it's shaped like an
guys,
ostrich,
we try to be more
Y'all are hilarious.
intelligent, okay? Can we be intelligent a little? Yeah, it is written there, Van Allen belt. Put it in ChatGPT. Tell him what is this. Can we reach?
I don't want it. Your brain is too much.
Somebody
for me,
else
bro.
can write it.
I'm gonna get a brain.
No, you're not going to find anybody that's going to say that we have not gone to the moon.
I say we have not gone to the moon. We have not gone.
Okay, you got one person that says that we haven't gone to the moon. One person.
I'm not an authority on the moon.
You just said that was an N-word.
No, Muhammad said that you have not gone to the moon. No, I said the Earth is flat.
I mean, Edward, have you seen it? Sorry.
That wasn't funny. That was dumb. But no.
Can you just make something intelligent? Go
Yes.
and check this.
How are you going to say intelligent when you're talking about we haven't gone to the moon?
That's possible. That's a possibility.
Take this.
Edward, it's your Palestinian brother. How could you say this about your Palestinian brother?
I just own.
He's your Palestinian brother. How could you guys demean him like that?
No. I don't know.
I highly doubt and suspect that 111 has any Palestinian.
No,
I don't want to go really hard.
Even the Palestinian passport still.
Okay, I'm sorry, but are you sure about that?
Yeah, and Gazans were living good before.
Okay,
before
I'm gonna be upfront. And you have not been
also claim.
and you have not been dripped in your lifetime.
I'm going to right now. I am a Palestinian from Gaza, and I have a passport too. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, I believe you because you have cynic's accent.
Okay,
The poet.
I graduated astronomy. Just
Wait, now I have to say something
about anything. No.
How?
Let me explain to you.
Yes, and he says we didn't go to the moon. Astronomy, and we didn't go to the moon. Oh, come on, this is ridiculous.
You know what is astronomy, or you don't
Wait,
know
who
what
doesn't believe we went to the moon?
M111.
Yeah. Yes.
Me too.
Yes. No.
How much?
If you give me time, I can explain to you.
I was gonna say Edward, but if you believe we didn't go to the moon, I don't.
No, I said the Earth is flat.
Oh,
If we didn't go to the moon, then the Earth is flat.
The
two are not necessarily
connected. It's not like that. I can explain to you if you give me time.
No.
Guys, I'm the mod and I didn't say no to him.
What about Amir? Amir,
These Palestinians they're eating their own Palestinian brother. One from Gaza.
I knew Amir was going to do this. I knew he was going to do this.
Just give me time. You have to understand. You have to
No, listen. We're not going to go. Listen, you're Ludwig. You're Ludwig of the Middle East. We don't need this.
No, you cannot. You cannot.
Oh my God. At least I would understand Ludwig. At least he stops at, well, I don't know if he believes that we went to the moon or not. I don't know.
Okay, who's the first step in the moon?
111. Let me give you a suggestion.
My cousin Sulaiman.
You start a room on the topic. Whoever is interested can go into that room.
Yeah. Just start a topic, room topic saying U.S. never went to the moon. And I guarantee you 90% of the people that are going to be in there, the 90% are going to be flat earthers and 10% are going to be crypto bros. Oh, sorry, this go.
He's into investing.
What's the COVID virus vaccine? What do you think about the vaccine, 111?
I haven't taken this.
111.
I haven't taken this.
There's a film that you should watch. It's called Hidden Figures. You might enjoy it.
You think that I'm really faking the news or the information, right?
Yes.
No, we think you believe it.
At this moment, I think Edward is part of the Illuminati.
Oh my God.
He doesn't wanna.
Oh my God. This is insane. We know you believe this, 111. What's 111?
And Antarctica is also, there's a wall there, right? There's no South Pole, right?
Yeah, we're in a prison, and over the wall is another
Right.
different continents.
Right.
There's more continents than the 7. It's more.
So you believe?
And those 5G networks are freaking crazy. They go into your mind, right?
So you believe that?
Explain to me why we have
Is 111? Does 111 stand for 7?
No.
But Edward, explain to me, why do we have so many fake videos?
777
in space and on the moon and stuff like that? Why do we have so many NASA fake videos?
Oh my God, you do believe it's fake, huh?
It's a possibility.
I hold it.
Oh my God! Hold on. They both say that.
Edward, I know why this guy thinks what he thinks. There's a video of the guy that went to the moon. There's a journalist guy who said, put your hand on the Bible and swear you went to the moon.
Yeah, nobody can swear.
And he won't do it. The guy refuses to do it.
That's one reason.
I think as the guy thought about it, and
My reason is I've seen too many videos where they were showing people supposedly in space and it was fake. And you see the green screen behind it and something goes wrong.
They didn't have green screen back then.
I don't believe you. There's plenty of fake videos.
They did not have green screen.
We had AI back then, so I think we had AI back then, so I think they had green screens back then.
Wednesday, you cannot argue with conspiracy theorists. You can't. They will always find something to make it up.
Really talented when it comes to poetic writings.
That has nothing to do with conspiracy theories. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do hold this as possible.
You're starting
So you
to say
believe
things
that
that are not
they've
factual.
been in the moon, but they lost the technology.
Yeah, see, that's highly improbable. That's very questionable to me. We have plenty of fake videos, like stuff, screens and people on screens. We have that.
111 can go to their own room and talk about this. Thank you.
Why? Why are you scared to talk about the truth?
We're not scared.
Yeah.
Is the ceasefire happening and not happening? Is there any updates of the ceasefire?
I'll check.
Let's talk about the ceasefire.
Yes. Ceasefire. Hopefully soon.
Just running away from the moon landing.
You know you don't believe this.
There's so many reasons why it would be.
I mean, that is quite problematic.
There's so many motivations why it could be fake and reasons.
They brought back moon rocks, and the moon rocks have been studied in laboratories all over the world.
Could have been drones.
They could just be like a
Drones?
Could be drones, or could be meteorites. That's 2 points.
No.
Edward, this is
Teddy, you too? I think you should get together with my nemesis. His name is Ludwig. He hates my guts, but he'll be buddy with
I think it's cool, man. I think it's cool.
Yes, I think you should stop there in the room and maybe people jump in. Even Dean, I think some of the things.
But let me ask one question, okay? Please.
No. Well, I'm about to tell you.
Just wait.
Just one question. Go on. We allow Palestinian voices. Go on. One.
There is an interpretation.
Let me ask this question. Who was the first guy in the moon?
Mr. Booty Clapper.
I told him my cousin.
You saw his video when he just jumped to the.
My cousin Hamidan.
Why is booty clapping?
Jindek's cousin went to the moon, okay?
No, when he jumped to the ground.
If they had AI, they were twerking at that time.
I seen a Mickey Mouse on going to the moon. Have you guys seen a Mickey Mouse video?
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it when I was in Saudi Arabia.
So
everyone deep down really believes in that the moon landing is fake.
To finish the question.
No, go ahead.
I have one.
That guy, everybody saw that jump from the spaceship to the moon, right? Everybody saw that video.
What about it?
I wasn't born at that time, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Me too. I wasn't born, but who took that video?
Who took that video? You're right. That's very problematic. It was Edward. Edward, did you take that video, brother?
Why was the flag
Going back
waving?
into the rocket and pretending to come up with
Why was the flag waving?
They had cameras. They had cameras. They had a doom buggy thing that they used.
Yeah.
How they took the picture?
1963, this technology, remember?
They did have that, yeah.
So, but
1963.
yes, they had remote controls for TVs back then too.
We went to the moon,
they
but,
put the
but
camera.
AI was
But
impossible.
the waving flag, and physicists will tell you that's what it would do. That's the vibrations when they set the flag down into the ground, and the vibrations traveled up. And because the gravity is so much less on the moon, the vibrations themselves translate to larger waves.
In that vibration of the flag.
Does 111 live in America? You live in America, right?
No, Canada.
I'm coming.
Are you trying to say stupid?
You can drive down to a Smithsonian, aerospace museum in America.
What date was the moon landing?
Small capsule, and there is a three people.
Can we go back to this? I have a BBC.
Which is older, AI or the moon landing?
BBC says Hamas officially says it rejects new U.S. Gaza ceasefire plan backed by Israel. This came out
How old is it? An hour ago?
1 hour. A senior Hamas official has told the BBC the Palestinian armed group will reject the latest U.S. proposal for a new Gaza ceasefire and hostage release deal.
Oh, I said that about 3 hours ago.
That's from the BBC. Let me see where else.
Yeah, they understood it's fake and
I think the reason is because Israel will still be able to basically perform operations or something 12 hours a day or something like that over a period of time. So they basically did
and that's the latest. That's the latest. So I think BBC was able to get the story first.
No, I think
let's see. Here are changes in the agreement. We don't know exactly. We have the leak of the agreement, but we don't know, if that's the actual full agreement or not. So let's see if they come back and modify it again, because they modified it 3 days ago, so they may modify it again.
You can check it in Al Jazeera. They always give the...
Anyways, Wednesday, have a good night. Gentlemen, have a good night. And conspiracy theories.
Oh my God, the moon landing the AI is actually older than the moon landing. 1950s.
So watch the video I put in the chat.
I'm gonna just leave, and when I come back, I hope this subject is done.
You got it, Wednesday. AI is older than the moon landing.
I never said it wasn't. I'm just saying.
It's a YouTube short.
And I'm gonna come back, and I hope you guys have changed.
What?
The subject. I don't know for what we're here for.
Oh my God, you're Americans, guys? That's
No, you're Canadian.
Yeah.
You like
Americans. That's why you believe in that.
Do you like
American
moose?
dream.
Do you like
Americans
moose?
now running away from United States.
Oh, yeah, we're all going to Canada, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are coming here arrested.
I don't think we are, but okay.
They are. You're going to have.
No,
you have to run.
You guys are going to be our 51st day.
I don't know if you guys heard about it. I talked about this earlier. Israel approved 22 settlements. It's like the biggest expansion of West Bank settlements in decades.
Yeah, and
it's very disturbing. And I think which country was it? Was it the UN or no? I think it was the UK or something. They came out. They started accusing Israel of now thanks to this settlement, they do not want to they don't want to they don't want to get out of the West Bank. They want to grow and and just get bigger and bigger in the West Bank and just pretty much take over all of it. Lebanon's leader urges U.S. to pressure Israel to withdraw troops. We want Israel out yesterday, not tomorrow. Hundreds of people are starving. Hundreds of starving Palestinians from Gaza food warehouses. Deadly incident, says UN agency. Chaos erupts on first day of U.S.-backed aid distribution in Gaza after weeks of hunger. Iran says it's ready to compromise with Trump, suggests U.S. understands its red lines. What else do we have? Oh, yeah. American charged with a plot to throw Molotov cocktails at U.S. Embassy office in Israel. And this was a pretty big one, right? So this is coming from a hostage. That was a hostage under Hamas. Every time I was sure this was the end, former IDF hostage in Gaza says one of her biggest fear was Israeli strikes. And they're actually scared of the Israeli strikes versus Hamas, kicking them or, punching them or whatever. Let's see what happens. Sanctions on Syria after Trump pledge. He's removing the sanctions on Syria, so Syria will get back in line. Hopefully.
They already opened, I think, the embassy in Damascus, the American embassy, today, this morning. They already put the flag back with the foreign ministry and American diplomat. That's the next.
What happened on 7th of October? I know there's a lot of things that are questionable, right? But do you agree to what took place on 7th of October?
What is what?
Do you agree to what happened on 7th of October?
You mean I support or not support?
Yeah.
No, it's a stupid move. For me, it's a stupid fucking move. He could just, this Anwar, be patient and deal with a smart way, with foxy way, not just to go and attack, and you saw the camera recording him and his wife and two sons running, hiding somewhere 6th of October. You saw that?
No, I missed out. I didn't pay attention to his family.
Yeah, I think the fucking Israelis, they just hunt this footage and they put it in the media to say that how much his wife bag expensive.
Oh yeah, they did. They talked about the bag.
For us as a Palestinians, we don't say that. We say how much he's coward to take and hide his wife and two kids while the others are suffering in the ground. If you are Palestinians, you will think like that. We don't need to hide your wife, but while you just put the rest in front of the Israeli guns. That's what is running since that fucking day until now. He's a hero? Okay, you got what you want, you became a hero, okay. What about the rest? My families, the other families, in Shijaiya and Jabali, and all of them we cannot contact them anymore. Because of what? You want to show that you are a fucking hero. Okay? Thank you. What next? You understand what I meant here?
I hear you, but the thing is, I don't think he was trying to hide anybody. Because if
he was running in 6th of October, the camera shows the 6th of October, one day before, and with only his wife and two kids. He's hiding them. Some Palestinians, they said, because he's a big banana guy and he has to hide his wife and because they're going to kill them. Yeah, but they killed the whole fucking Gazans. Just killing your wife and you and your brother. Even this Haniya, He's really a poor guy. He's the head of Hamas, and he ran with his family out of Gaza. And this Mishal, he ran out of Gaza, like almost 6 months with his family. Why? Because this Sinwar, he wants to control everything himself. He doesn't want anyone to share his opinion. So they left everything and they went to Qatar. That's what I got to know. Then he controlled with the other guy, what's his name, Daif, to make this move, this action, without any kind of fucking Israelis. They are criminals. They will not leave you. Even they've been giving you a trap. This is a trap. That was a trap. They just waited for him to make this act or move, and he did it. Until now, we cannot finish it. And what is the mean to go and take a bunch of prisoners or hostage from somewhere to ask for another prisoners to go out? That means you are not doing this for Palestinians. They are not doing for Palestine or free Palestine. You are doing only to get some people out of the prison. Then you give those hostages. This is your goal? Something wrong here. They are not going to open the airport for you in Gaza. They are not going to take all these sanctions around you, because they are afraid of you. No.
That comedy guy is still streaming your room. That's him in the bottom.
No, I can't kick it up.
I think we should write on Clubhouse.
They are streaming where?
His unemployment money.
They are streaming.
He was really upset about that day not getting his unemployment.
Anyway, you asked me a question and I answered you. This really helped. Everybody has agreed with me that it's been a trap. That 7th of October has been a trap. And everybody understand that, or everyone understood this kind of a trap, endless. Until now, you see, they are just negotiating. And who gives the prisoners, who's taking the hostages, and those stories, endless. Who's suffering? The civilians, kids, normal people is just suffering. They are dying every day. Why at the end? For example, if you keep the hostages or give them back, you are done. You are dead person anyway. Because they ask to gain guarantee from Trump that if they leave Gaza, the Mossad will not follow them where they are going to kill them. Motherfuckers. You already caused your fucking killed most of the Gazans, and you don't want to die? Oh, then don't give up. Keep fighting until you die where you are. Like Sinwar died where he was. Okay, keep fighting, because at the end you will die anyway. So keep fighting in your fucking room, in there in the tunnel. Keep fighting. That's what I hope, because at the end it is going to finish anyway. You want to say something? Say it.
Something.
Okay. You wanna save leave? They wanna save leave.
No,
Somebody
I don't want to say leave.
Those assholes.
You said you want to say something. Say something. So I did. You said you want to say something. Say something. So I did something.
No, you opened your mic, so you want to say something. So they want to guarantee their life they are afraid from death. Oh my God. That's why you can imagine that those people, they are not Hamas. Maybe they are like kind of like idiots. Something going on wrong here in Gaza, and it doesn't want to end, and they don't want to end it. At the same time, they are asking for safe, way to leave Gaza and keep their safe in a safe place outside Gaza. What do you think, Amir? What do you think about this?
I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens with the ceasefire. And then after the ceasefire, we'll just have to see, inshallah. I hope it, something works out with that permanent ceasefire. And then hopefully they can maybe, start doing some sort of reconstruction and come to a final, full and final ceasefire. No more killing.
Yeah, but Gaza is gone, Gaza is gone anyway. The land is gone. They will not give it to Gaza anymore. They will not give it to Abbas. They will not give it to anyone. They want to get rid of Gazans from Gaza and anyway. So by killing or give up and just say that we want to leave. This land, they will not keep any Palestinian in. Because they promised Trump to give him his tower. And some investors, they are coming also to build up Gaza, but not Gaza, the Palestinian Gaza, no. The Israeli Gaza or American Gaza. They might change the name even. Fucking hell.
Apparently, this guy, idiot, what's his name? He's recording the room there with the anonymous account of the audience. He's here at the bottom. What's the guy, the idiot, the mental retard? Comedy comedian. His real name is, what's his real name? Do you know his real name? I know his real name. I actually have a picture as well.
I can't remember.
Yeah. This is the biggest problem with the clubhouse.
Is he Arab or what?
No, he's just a white person. He's a crazy mental retard. He's got about 30 phones. That's all he does. Records other people's rooms. He's got no job, no nothing. It's so weird. If you check his YouTube channel, barely like 20 views, 30 views. Idiot.
Yeah, he just take it and put it in YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is against the terms and conditions for YouTube. Anyone can.
We can't kick this anonymous account out. I can't kick it out.
Why?
It doesn't give me the option. When I click on it, it just gives me anonymous listener.
Where is his name?
Is the account that he's streaming from? His name is Comedy Comedian.
Yeah, but maybe he's using another phone. He's here, but he's the other phone.
Yeah, he's using the other phone.
Anyway, it is all recorded in Clubhouse anyway. He doesn't want to pay money to get this recorded rooms, so he is doing it himself.
I mean, recording without consent, that's a big thing,
Yeah, but can you report it? You can't.
I can't even report this anonymous account. I can't.
Can you report in each one down? Then the Clubhouse will check everyone then he will know that him, and take his account off. Yeah, he's gone now. Maybe he's the one. You can just click in each one.
It's still
Report,
here.
report,
Still,
report.
No, it doesn't give me the option to report.
What do you mean doesn't give you the option?
When I click on his profile, it just says anonymous listener. It doesn't give me the option to report or anything.
Yeah, but Anonymous can record or stream.
Hmm?
Yeah, but you go to that room where he is streaming off and report him, because he's already opening. He's streaming from there, so you can go report him there. They will know. That's the only way.
The inside, all leather.
Go click his. Go to the room. Click his profile. He's streaming, and write down the report. They will know that he's streaming.
This asswipe has 30 phones.
That is a dark brown leather.
He's what?
So much. Congratulations. That's what you
This asshole has 30 phones.
No problem. They can just you just click in that account. They will shut down that account, the one he's streaming from.
That's fine. Okay, sweetie.
You just go.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna put the link in the chat for you guys. If you guys can report his account.
You can report him.
How do you know which account it is?
I know.
That account there. The one he's
I'll put the link in the chat right here.
But that's an inference. Like, you don't really know.
Yeah, that's the one that he's streaming from his room.
No, but
how do you know? I know. I have connections. Somebody texted me.
Oh, you've got ESP.
Somebody texted me his profile, so it's right here. This is his. This is the account that he's using to stream it from. Through this anonymous account to that other account. Fucking bitch. He's got 1,200 followers. Please report this person's account. He's streaming my room through this anonymous account in the audience. I can't kick anonymous account out. I can't.
He said, "What room did this happen? And what is that in the room he's streaming?"
He's streaming the Amir's house, this room that you're in right now. He's streaming from this house to the other house, and recording it with the.
Yeah, but is there an option streaming? Because I can see that hate speech, nudity or sexual, unauthorized sales, false information. Which one?
Put anything. Put the fastest one is to put maybe a terrorist. I don't know, man. Fucking domestic terrorist. It's a clubhouse terrorist. Recording rooms, like doing crazy shit. Fucking.
Embrace. Donating someone maybe. For personal details. He is streaming our room. From Amir Club to another room. This is live streaming. That's it. They will know. They will investigate and they will know. That's it. You do it, guys, the same. You click on his fucking link, profile, and just drop explanation. that he was streaming. So they will see many reports, and they will go check, and they will find that he is streaming in the same time. So they will block his, or they will take this account off. He said this room is live on YouTube. Yeah, write down that this room was live also on YouTube. But what you wanna improve or prove for others? That we hate this fucking shit? What they are doing to Gaza? Yeah, we hate what you are doing to Gaza, fucking assholes. It is about 11% what?
Jacob, if you remove the West Bank, because the West Bank wasn't part of it, right? And before the
No, I'm saying no, but you've been something about your 6.5% didn't make sense for me. The 6.5% is Jewish land ownership, let's say acres, divided by the total acres of mandatory Palestine, which includes that which was carved off in 1946 before the partition plan. So Britain created Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan to the east of the Jordan River. So if you look at just the area to the west of the Jordan River, 56% was given to the Jews. The remainder, 44% was given to the Arabs. If you took that which was purchased legally and divided by that acreage, or square miles, or whatever you want to call it, it comes out, and put it into ChatGPT and you'll see the answer comes out to about 11%.
Are you adding the one in the West Bank, the area in the West Bank?
Yeah, it's specific, the denominator.
No, but I'm saying let's take West Bank out of the picture. 47, 48, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying there's two parts to the area to the west, right? Here, let me show you this map. There is the area given to the Jews, and the area is given to the Arabs, right? So the Jewish portion is 12% of the entire portion of that to the west.
So this is before the 67, right?
Yeah, this is in 1948. Sorry, 47. The plan came out in 47, and it looks like this. I'll show you here. Let me show you the.
Are you sure? Because it wasn't the Jewish state, right?
No, but it was that which was allocated to the Jewish state or the Arab state. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because there's something about that 6.5. I was like, wow, that seems really small. But that's because you're expressing the Jewish state area divided by the entire mandatory Palestine area. And we know that in 46, 78% was given away to Jordan. There's only 22% left. And that got divided by 56 and 45. So the Jewish state got 12.5% of the total, and the remainder was given to the Arabs. So let me show you what I'm talking about.
On the side, it's very pretty. It'd be really pretty if you want to. So you could wear multi-use if you wear it to work, and you could still give away your that's not for the thing. Around the back.
This map. It's hard to I can't really show the bottom because the bottom is the negative. Oops. Okay, did that work? My PTR changed, yeah. So the blue part, right?
So it's like a longer collaboration line.
Is that which was allocated. So I asked ChatGPT how much of that area was legally purchased, right? Because you've been saying 6.5%. But if you look at just as a percentage of the blue area, to the Jewish state by the UN is 12%, or between 10 and 12%. So I cut it down the middle and said 11%.
And this was legally purchased by the Jewish folks.
Correct. The 6.5% that you're quoting is doing the total that they own divided by the entire mandate of Palestine, which of course doesn't make sense because the area to the right or to the east of the Jordan River was already cleaved off. So we can't include that.
Amir, can I buy a Camry?
Come on, we're talking serious stuff now. What year Camry do you want?
Well, everyone knows that Emin Rothschilds and Moses Montefiore bought up land from the Arabs. It was legal purchases. The Mufti didn't like it, but what can you do?
He actually said in the appeal commission that it was all purchased legally.
That's a Zionist talking point.
I mean, it could be.
To be honest, actually, in the appeal commission report, in one of the appendices, there's an interview with him, and he says all of the land that they had was purchased legally. I think that was 1938. That report came out, or they did the research.
Was it after the white papers or before?
I have to check. Well, I just remember when the appeal commission came out, was it 39? Was the final report? I want to say.
I mean, I'd have to look into it, but
yeah. So that's the 6.5%.
The Grand Mufti told his Arab population not to sell their land to Jews, but not everyone listened.
Grand Mufti of Jerusalem actually was worried about the Zionists taking over their properties.
Yes.
So
Yes, why he told them not to sell.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly